r/ask Reddit by Redmond Dts. People who understand Chinese or Japanese, what's the dumbest thing you've seen tattooed on someone? When I was in the former Yugoslavia, a bunch of us went on a trip to Budapest and got tattoos. One of the guys we're with was Chinese, so one of the guys in the group asked him to write him out some warrior ethos thing. Fast forward a couple months after we get home, and we are at a restaurant in Chinatown. Our server kind of chuckles at my buddy and asks him the story. He, as tough as he can possibly sound, talks about the art of war and whatnot. The server is now killing herself laughing and goes, "That says, where's the bank machine?" or some iteration thereof. Reminds me of a guy I knew when living in Beijing. He was a British guy, and one of his friends had taught him how to tell a cab driver, "We go to his address," so he could get home when going out after work. Anyway, this guy had memorized the phrase perfectly and been using it for almost a year. But when he told his phrase, it had this extra bit at the end, and it was actually, "We go to his address, and I'm a homosexual." Dude has been getting odd looks from disinterested cab drivers every other night for the better part of a year. Not a tattoo, but I saw a t-shirt that said "Foreign Devil Whore" on a college girl. My friend's bathing suit apparently said "Beach Slut" in Chinese. She wore it all summer until we were at the beach one day and a Chinese woman came over to let her know. I lived in Japan when Ariana Grande got her Shichirin tattoo. She thought it meant 7 rings, but it means charcoal grill. All of my Japanese friends brought it up to me and were laughing at it. It even made the news in Japan. I remember going to meet with a friend at a cafe and she immediately pulled up the tattoo photo and started making fun. Counting in Japanese is honestly kind of complex and nuanced. You need an active counter word, like how we say 5 sheets of paper or 2 pairs of jeans. You can't just say 2 jeans or 5 papers, or you will look like an idiot. It just is not how their grammar works. Then to fix it she added yubi, or finger. Yubi is the actual word for ring, but she put it under the 7, and not before the ring, like she should have. So at that point it just reads charcoal grill finger. You could also translate it in the other direction as ring 7 finger, but either way the whole thing is butchered. In uni, I met this girl who had this symbol in the middle of her chest. She said it means peace, calm, and that it meant she would have a peaceful heart or life. Which, yes, but the symbol also means flat. Is it also the symbol for a disc golf basket? The only one I've seen in real life is not that funny, like getting chicken noodles tattooed, but is still amusing. The Chinese character she usually appears in words for like warrior, soldier, scholar etc. The tattoo was some phrase involving yangshi, which means brave or courageous warrior. However, if the bottom horizontal stroke is longer than the top, she becomes 2, which means dirt. So is nonsensical, but if read literally, courageous dirt. My favorite one I've seen is someone with a tattoo on the back of their head that just said this. It means leg. A few days ago I saw a woman had this tattooed. It means cancer, the disease. I think she thought it meant the star sign. I hope I'm wrong. Maybe she defeated cancer or something like that. Then I'm happy for her. Turtle shit in kanji on the back of some white guy's shoulder in Galveston Beach. I want to believe the tattoo artist made a mistake and chose something random, but I feel as if it was intentionally put on the guy by the tattoo artist. Yeast infection on a lady's calves in kanji I saw in Florida. I wonder if the tattoo artist hated her or not. I saw one written in hiragana with some kanji, and it read, "I like whale ass." Intentional or not, it's freaking hilarious. This is the opposite. Met a guy in Chongqing who spoke very little English. He had previously hooked up with a British girl staying in a hostel for a little while, and they had decided to get tattoos to remember each other. His tattoo in English was apparently supposed to say something magically spiritual chosen by her, but in reality it just said proper twat. There's a YouTube channel where a woman reads random Westerners' Chinese tattoos, and it's hilarious. Wish I could remember the channel name, but it pops up on my shorts feed every once in a while. Chinese with Jessie? My cousin has been learning Japanese for a while. One day, while me and her were out grabbing energy drinks, she saw some dude who looked like a total dickhead with a tattoo in Japanese, and almost collapsed from laughter. I asked what was so funny. His arm basically says, "I'm a piece of shit." I went up to him and asked what his tattoo meant. "I'm God's soldier." I asked. "Cool, how did you learn the phrase?" He responded, "I didn't. There was this Japanese bum who had a tattoo gun. I told him to tattoo 'I'm God's soldier' on my arm, and I'd pay him his wage." I responded, "Alright, cool, have a nice day." Went back to my cousin. The tattoo artist wasn't lying. Asshole demanded the artist to tattoo 'I'm God's soldier' on his arm and he'd pay him his wage. Referred to the artist as a bum. He's a piece of shit. I purposely got, I don't know, I can't read it, in a nation language. I can read it. I have a tattoo in Russian that literally means, I don't know. Still gets people every time. Not a native speaker myself, but one I saw on a video apparently translated to, beep beep lettuce, and I found that absolutely hilarious. My mate arrived at a party wearing a long sleeve white shirt with Chinese writing running down the front. My Chinese friend translated it and it read, "long sleeve white shirt." A woman with the characters pretty girl. But not pretty as in beautiful. Pretty as in pretty good, pretty bad. If you're ever tempted to get Chinese or Japanese characters tattooed, pay for a native speaker to check it first. A friend of mine skipped this and ended up with chicken noodles across his back because he trusted a Google Translate result. The 15-minute consultation would have saved years of regret. Some college language professors will check that stuff for you. It hurts them to see language abused, lol. When I lived in Thailand, I wanted to get the Thai word for teacher because that was my job there, teaching university, and that was my title. I got them to draw something with a nice font, asked if I could take a photo and come back. They agreed. I went to my hotel and showed them the photo, asking, "What's this say?" I got confirmation it was the word I wanted and went back the next day to get it done. To that said rice. It's possible he wanted that, but judging by the guy, he more likely was going for fire or water. Now I kinda want a tattoo that says rice. I love rice. A coworker showed me his new tattoo super proudly. Said it meant warrior spirit. It was this. That's on sale in Chinese. As in, a discount, at a store. He is a 6'4" former Marine. My Japanese is terrible, and it was a bumper sticker not a tattoo, but, peaceful. Sure, it means that, but it's used a lot more commonly to mean cheap. Saw a dude with a Nagami on his arm, and the Grim Reaper under it. I asked what the Japanese said. He said it's a Death Reaper. Shinigami. I didn't have the heart to tell him that Flower God was written there instead. I always hope to see Japanese and Chinese people getting courage or strength tattooed in English on their arms. Funniest for me was white people on a black dude's shoulder at a restaurant. I can't read it, but my Chinese friend was wheezing for a good 30-40 seconds before he can finally tell us why. We then proceeded to wheeze together for another minute or so. Saw some guy with a giant tat on the side of his neck, and it was this, or born. Turned his head, and I see laughter. Then there's another one, love. Bro has live laugh love all across his neck in black, but one of them's not even the correct verb. I want one that literally says, Chinese tattoo. But written in Japanese, lol. I saw a t-shirt that said Helvetica, but it was in Courier font. That's all folks. Thank you for watching. If you like videos like this one, why not like and subscribe for more. Have a nice evening.